Welcome to our YouTube video series on business law. My name is Christopher Neufeld of Neufeld Legal. And in this particular video, we'll be discussing how to deal with a cease and desist letter. Now, we're going to look at it from a very generic standpoint, such that it might not necessarily be applicable in all senses to all cease and desist letters. Nevertheless, helpfully, it gives you some insights and advice as to how to start proceeding with the underlying understanding that legal counsel is always advisable in these circumstances. And we'll explain that later on. Nevertheless, when you receive a cease and desist letter, in most likelihood, you're going to be upset. And given the intensity and the accusatory nature of these letters, you're going to be rightfully upset because they're probably going to go way too far. Nevertheless, what you need to do is control your frustration and instead focus on dealing with the letter, dealing with it in a proper and effective manner. So what you want to do is read the letter over and identify the key points of contention that are set out in that letter. Take your time, identify them, look at it impartially. Next, look at the other side's position, their materials, and identify those contentious points that they have raised in the letter. And make sure that all this material is saved. If it's a web page, save the web page. If it's an advertisement, save the advertisement. You want to record and retain as much information as possible, both with respect to what you find about them and also as to what you have. So the next thing is you're going to review your own position, your own materials, and you want to have those time-stamped, saved, recorded, copied. Make a complete file of this. Look at all your prior drafts, all your work materials, save those. What leads you to believe that your work was original, that you created the work from scratch, or you drew it from appropriate sources? You want to be doing that. Next, where applicable, you want to review trademark databases for any trademarks in their name, any other sources of information that might suggest that they have some contention. Also, review their lawyer's legal background if they are using a lawyer, because oftentimes people with cease and desist letters go to lawyers who aren't necessarily attuned to the specifics of what they're dealing with. Now step back again and seek to impartially assess your position. You want to get a clear understanding of where you stand and where they stand, and see where they're coming from and how you might effectively deal with the situation. Now ascertain what, if anything, needs to be changed and effectively improved upon such that you move beyond this. Next, seriously consider engaging a lawyer who is knowledgeable in this field. Why? Because a lawyer will allow you to hit hard and efficiently back at them. It will demonstrate that you're taking this matter seriously and that you're going to have the full force of the law behind you in dealing with this. It shows that you're prepared to legally defend your position, setting out the legal challenges and lack of profiteering that you've engaged in, and to properly present your position without conceding. Concession is a very difficult and dangerous aspect when done incorrectly. The key is that you want to eliminate any hope for more than a possible modification of your position and materials, while never admitting fault or contravention on your part where that can be done. You want to deal with the situation, have it closed out, move on, and cause as little cost as possible for yourself. And oftentimes, the best way to close this out and to reduce the cost is to engage with legal counsel who knows what they're doing. Because dealing with these cease and desist letters can be relatively straightforward, but it needs to be done correctly and effectively and it has to make sure that the other side knows that you are in a strong position and you're going to be dealing from a position of strength. Because the problem is that far too many people on the other side who submit cease and desist letters believe they have a leg to stand on. And they get so wrapped in to their own beliefs that they press forward with these matters, unbeknownst to them that they are going far in excess of where they should be. And because of that, you need to stamp that out and you need to show that you're serious about it. Hence the lawyer. But every scenario has its own particularities and you have to deal with it. These are some guidance points and hopefully they provide you some clarity and direction with respect to how you might well deal with the receipt of a cease and desist letter. Thank you.